Y'all want to play detective on my good life so bad. Like, can y'all worry about them unpaid bills y'all got? That stinky y'all got?
Letting everybody raw dog you. So when I heard her say that, I said, nah, she a disgusting little old mother. She stay at the clinic.
So Sexyy Red just set the internet on fire after word broke that she might be pregnant again, and the alleged baby daddy, none other than Boosie himself. But before fans could even catch their breath, Boosie clapped back with receipts claiming Sexyy had an STD and he swore he would never lay up with someone like her. What started out as messy instantly turned nuclear because at this point, fans believe there's no way either one of them comes out of this situation looking clean. The wild part, people are starting to whisper that maybe Sexyy had this all planned from the jump. Now the big question everyone's asking is, who's lying? Sexyy Red or Boosie? And is Sexyy really just using Boosie's name for more clout? Rumors of Sexyy being pregnant by Boosie have been swirling for a minute, but she basically poured gasoline on the fire when she posted a photo of herself laid up in bed with a mystery man after a hookup. She didn't show his face, just his legs, but the internet immediately zoomed in on the details. The man had an ankle monitor strapped to his leg, and Sexyy captioned it, "I like effing with drills, dreadhead Keela." Now, that raised eyebrows instantly. Fans thought it was odd that Sexyy, who usually shows off her men proudly, was suddenly being secretive. So naturally, social media detectives got to work. It didn't take long for people to start pointing fingers at Boosie because around the same time Sexyy dropped that post, Boosie himself was rocking an ankle monitor thanks to his ongoing federal firearm possession case. The internet lit up with theories. The comment section went crazy, with people straight up asking if Boosie was her new baby daddy. To make things even messier, Sexyy actually liked some of those comments, which fans took as her low-key confirming the rumors. But Boosie wasn't having it, not even a little bit. The second he caught wind of the gossip, he hopped on X and went all the way off. He denied everything, swearing he never touched Sexyy, and tried to clear his name by saying he was on vacation with his daughter. He posted, "I'm blocking all you in my DM asking is that me on DA picture with Sexyy Red. Y'all see that ain't my ankle size or color. Find someone else to play with. I'm on vacation with my daughter." And
I'm out of town, thugging with my round. My coat pink, my nutsack brown. What a hoe who tryna get choked. What a hoe trying to eat me out my clothes. I'm looking for my 7 baby mammy. I'ma be a good daddy. Yeah.
And listen, the way Boosie reacted, fans couldn't help but notice it came off too aggressive for something that was supposedly just a joke, threatening to block people, snapping about ankle sizes, and dragging his daughter into the mix. It made folks wonder if maybe he was trying a little too hard to prove his innocence. The way Boosie went off made it sound like he was desperate to shut the whole thing down, like he didn't even want people to imagine the thought of him hooking up with Sexyy Red, let alone being tied to her through a baby. But as messy as that denial was, it was just the beginning, because Boosie had another wild card up his sleeve to keep Sexyy off his back. Her medical records. Yep, he went as far as pulling out alleged STD reports tied to Sexyy. According to those leaked papers, Sexyy might have been dealing with this condition way before she even crossed paths with Boosie. And once that info hit the internet, it spread like wildfire. Fans were instantly in the comments going crazy, dragging her with brutal words. Some were even saying, when will they arrest her and charge her with 50 counts of spreading a known STD? Others were praying for Boosie, pointing out that because he's diabetic, if the rumors are true, it could hit him even harder. Now, for people wondering why this story exploded so fast, we gotta rewind a little, because the whispers about Sexyy and Boosie being closer than they let on, that's been bubbling for months. And the real spark came when Sexyy herself compared her career to Boosie's. She had said she was basically the modern version of Boosie right around the time people online were clowning her, comparing her to rapper Kia. And Kia, she was dragging Sexyy through the gutter, no mercy. Fans assumed Boosie would jump in and do the same since he's known to snap on folks, but shockingly he didn't. Instead, he showed her love. Boosie actually agreed with her, saying she did remind him of himself because when he first came out making ratchet music, people hated on it too, but deep down they respected it. Same way people still turn up to Sexy songs today, even while clowning them.
She calls herself the new Boosie.
Yeah.
Do you think she's the new Boosie?
I mean, we got a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
I mean, we both from the hood and people respect our ratchetness.
That moment right there made fans pause. It was unusual for Boosie to be soft with anyone, especially a female rapper in his lane. Normally, he'd be on X calling them out by name, clowning, disrespecting, and going viral for his rants. But this time he was calm, respectful, and understanding. To a lot of people, it felt like he was protecting her, and it was just too suspicious. And once that door cracked open, fans started remembering all the little clues they had overlooked before. Like when Boosie randomly popped up in Sexyy Red's collab video with Glorilla for You Know About Me. Word on the street is Boosie didn't even get paid for showing up in that video, but folks claimed he was so eager to be around Sexyy, he didn't care.
Is that Glorilla, man? Hi, Glow. Jeremiah. Ooh, Glow, that moose knuckle. It is amazing. You have a boxing glove between your legs, honey. And I'm impressed. I'm buying every album from now on. I think the next single should be Moose Knuckle. Glow, I'm impressed. I've been looking, you've been turning it up, Glow. I mean, hey. Moose Knuckle, next single.
Then came another viral moment. Sexyy promoting one of Boosie's shows. In the clip, she's on camera doing her usual bold antics, and Boosie, he couldn't hide his reaction. He was grinning ear to ear, giggling, and looking way too excited after catching a glimpse of her outfit. Fans swore he was acting like a teenager who had never seen a moose knuckle before, and the way he lit up was all the confirmation they needed that this was more than just friendly promotion. Fans couldn't help but think, if Boosie was giggling like a teenager just from seeing Sexyy in a promo video, what were the chances they were actually in a full-blown relationship behind the scenes? That's when the internet really started worrying for Boosie, because let's be real, we've all heard the whispers about Sexyy not exactly having the cleanest rep on the block. And if Boosie was really messing with her, it wouldn't take long before he caught something. Then, right on cue, more explosive rumors popped up, this time claiming that Sexyy wasn't just infected, she was allegedly out here deliberately spreading her STDs to the men around her. Her own baby daddy poured gasoline on the fire when he came out with his own so-called proof he dropped medical records from blood work he'd done when he suspected Sexyy had passed something to him. According to him, the results came back negative, but only because he got lucky. He explained that with herpes, you only catch it when the person is having an outbreak, and the only reason he didn't test positive was because Sexyy allegedly wasn't flaring up when they hooked up.
So if y'all don't know how HSV2 type 1 or 2 work, this how this work. You can't get rid of that shit. If you fuck somebody that got this shit while they having an outbreak, then you can contract it. But if you don't, you won't contract it.
But the wildest part, he straight up claimed Sexyy had intentionally tried to infect him. To back up his words, he leaked a recorded phone call where he confronted her directly, and if you listen closely, Sexyy didn't even deny having something or trying to pass it on. She just got defensive and dodged. He even captioned the post, "Y'all favorite rapper." She said she burning, everybody getting burnt. You gotta be strong for that Northside P, cause it's not for the weak, and I'm the weak.
Why you lying? Do all your niggas know what's going on with you? Do you tell them you burning, or do you lie to them like you did me? Or is you lying to them how you did me? Or is you lying? Or did you lie to me? Did you lie? Did you tell them the truth? Or did you tell them the truth? When you gonna keep it gangster? Hey. And when you gonna keep it gangster? When you gonna keep it gangster? That's what you did. You lied to me for 6 months, and then you told me you had that shit.
That alone set social media on fire. A whole back and forth broke out between them. Sexyy fired back, calling him a liar and claiming he was just making up stories so she wouldn't expose him for allegedly being gay. But to most fans, that sounded like classic deflection. It didn't calm the rumors, it only made people side-eye her even more. So when her name later got tied to a pregnancy scandal with Boosie, people didn't just see baby mama drama, they saw a pattern. And that's what made the STD rumors feel way too believable. See, this wasn't the first time Sexy's name got mixed up with these kinds of accusations. Just a few months before the Boosie situation, she was already being accused of passing STDs around. One of the most talked about cases, her link up with a man known online as Gucci Third Leg, the same guy who was already exposed for allegedly burning multiple women with HSV2. When those rumors hit, Sexyy eventually spoke up. But instead of shutting them down, her response raised more questions. In a video, she flat out denied ever dating Gucci third leg, but she completely sidestepped the bigger accusation, whether or not she'd hooked up with him and possibly caught something from him.
Every time y'all see me with a nigga, y'all think I'm f***ing him. Hey, can I just chill? Can I hang out? God, I'm a grown the superhero. Leave me alone.
That silence made fans even more suspicious because to them, it sounded like she was dodging on purpose. So when Boosie later popped up waving STD receipts, the internet didn't hesitate to believe him. To fans, it wasn't just about one situation, it was about a whole trail of smoke following Sexyy Red's name. And where there's smoke, people swear there must be fire. So when Boosie leaked those medical papers, it didn't feel like some random smear campaign. It lined up a little too perfectly with what people had already been whispering about Sexyy. And here's where things got even messier. There was never going to be a world where Boosie publicly admitted to sleeping with Sexyy, let alone being her baby daddy. Why? Because even his enemies were already using her name as a weapon. Charleston White straight up blasted her, calling her contaminated and reckless for bragging about going raw with dudes. And you know Charleston never holds back, so if Boosie did actually mess with her, him rushing to leak those HIV papers suddenly made twisted sense. He was protecting his own name before Charleston or anybody else flipped the narrative and used her against him.
Sexyy Red, man, straight out of St. Louis. She's currently turning down $40,000 features.
I bet she got HPV. I bet she done had chlamydia, gonorrhea, trigonometry, crabs, and whatever else that can contract. Hell, you talking about she too motherfucking nasty, mannish, fierce at the mouth, and she ain't got them high dollar weed. Everybody done
Yeah, she said that she had chlamydia 2 times.
Yeah, so if she said 2, time it by 6, because you know them hoes ain't gonna tell the truth. You know them hoes ain't gonna tell the truth. Time it by 6. Hell you talking about? You motherfucker ain't no motherfucker tell this flat out telling the honest to God truth. Give him some leeway or add something to it.
And Sexyy, she wasn't helping her case at all. Out of nowhere, she posts this IG story of herself sitting in a hospital room with the caption, "Me at the doctor waiting on her to tell me why my cat stink." Like, what? That clip went viral instantly, and the timing couldn't have been worse. Things got even crazier when Chicago rapper Vaughn of 1700 jumped into the mix. He went on Facebook blasting Sexyy, claiming she had given him an STD. He wrote about how he kept showering but still felt funky down there after sleeping with her. His exact words were, "I just got out the shower and my D still stink." What the F, man? Fans were shocked he even admitted that publicly, but then a few days later, he doubled down. He came back with an update confirming that yes, he had hooked up with Sexyy the very same night he made that post. With all of that history piling up, nobody was shocked when Boosie nearly hit the roof as soon as rumors started swirling that Sexyy might be having his baby. To him, this wasn't just baby mama drama, it was reputation suicide. And then Sexyy herself added gasoline to the fire when she casually admitted on live that her ex had infected her after sleeping around with multiple women with no protection. That confession sealed the deal for a lot of fans. If she could drop something that heavy without even blinking, then Boosie leaking those medical records didn't feel like some random act of hate. It looked like damage control, especially now that a pregnancy rumor had his name all over it. Boosie even hinted that he had to go get tested after everything came out, though he never actually confirmed or denied what those results said. What he did make clear was that he hated being tied to Sexyy in any way, especially with her medical business all over the internet. And just when fans thought the scandal couldn't twist any further, Sexyy went silent for a while. Weeks passed, and people thought maybe she was finally letting the dust settle. But when she popped back up, the whole story flipped on its head. Out of nowhere, Sexyy started dropping hints that maybe, just maybe, NBA Youngboy was the real father of her baby. Sexyy first started hinting at NBA Youngboy when a fan commented under one of his photos saying he must be gearing up for his 22nd child. Instead of laughing it off, Sexyy jumped right in and quoted the comment writing, "I'm ready. Who the F just said that? That one reply had people instantly side-eyeing her, but she didn't stop there. She doubled down with another post, this time sharing an AI-generated picture of herself pregnant, with young boy right beside her holding her belly. Instead of clearing the air, those stunts only made her look desperate, like she was scrambling to pin the pregnancy on anybody who had a bigger name than her, which brought fans right back to the same burning question. If Boosie really had nothing to do with her, why did he feel the need to blast her alleged HIV status to the world? On the flip side, others wondered if the entire pregnancy narrative was nothing but a PR stunt gone too far. One fan comment summed it up perfectly: "You're going out sad. Doing all this to stay relevant is crazy." And then came the silence. Sexyy Red, who normally can't stay out of the spotlight for more than a few hours, suddenly went quiet. No ultrasound pictures, no receipts, no baby bump reveal, not even a messy rant on live, nothing. And Boosie, he's been radio silent too, for 2 days straight. No posts, no denials, not even one slick comment. So now the only questions left are brutal. Was this whole pregnancy storyline just a clout-chasing stunt, or is Boosie really hiding a baby and maybe even a positive test? Because if those medical papers were fake, then Boosie just tried to destroy Sexy's entire reputation to dodge a pregnancy scandal. But if they were real, then he exposed one of her most private truths just to protect himself. Either way, somebody's lying and somebody's credibility is bleeding out in real time. And with both of them sitting in silence, the danger is that the next time Sexyy Red decides to speak, everything could flip upside down overnight. Right now, the silence is heavy, and silence like this always means something's about to explode. So what do you think? Is this a real baby scandal or just the messiest stunt of the year? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Because trust me, this story is far from over.